Hello, I'm V. Welcome to my shop. This video, I'm going to be doing some redecorating or organization. I went to Lowe's today and found a piece of pegboard. It was a lot cheaper than I expected. It was like $8-9 for a 4x8 sheet, so I couldn't pass that up. So what I'm going to do is I'll take some pictures of how I've got things kind of scattered right now, and then document. I'm going to envision putting the pegboard up here, rearranging some of this stuff, giving myself more counter space. And I have an old desk, one of the metal frame 2x5 tops with a thick hardwood top. What I'm going to do is turn that into a bench top, and then I'll use the underneath to store some spare toolbox and things like that. So that's what we're doing today, and I hope you stick around for it. Alright, here we are at the first step. I've got all the old stuff off the walls. I lowered my electrical outlet down so that I could have a 6 to 8 inch clearance. And I'll make a 2-foot slice and put it on here. Anything over 2 foot, I'm short, so I won't be able to reach. And I don't want it 6 to 8 inches close to my top here, because then if I put something, I don't want it hanging and just kind of leaning on the table. So that's my thinking there. I'll just go all the way across, and we'll cover that next. Alright, this is where we are so far. Got the pegboard up and mounted. It went a little bit better than I expected. It's not really that bad. The only thing I had to come up with is when I mounted it using the screws, I had to use like a fender washer so that it grabbed a little better. I don't want all that pressure just on the little bolt heads. So it's up there. It's pretty good. Well, it was showing level. Hopefully I didn't mess this up. So there it is. What I did to help me get it level, 2 2x4s and 1x1, so it's about 8 1/4, 8 1/2 inches up above the table. That way I can put stuff here and it doesn't hang and touch the table like I was saying before. And that's about my reach right there, being as short as I am. So now I just gotta put all the little rods and stuff in and see how I want to arrange everything. But that's where we are. And then next thing is to get that desk turned into a countertop, so I can put my, probably going to move my grinder and either get me another vise, which I'm looking at, or at least move this one for right now. So that's where we are at this point. Okay, so we've got the pegboard up. We've started putting tools on it. Right now I'm pretty much, that's how it's going to be, but I'm not going to say that it won't change. 3 videos from now it could be totally laid out differently, because, you know, as you use things, you say, nah, this don't work, that does work. I had a little bit of room left over at the end. I put up my clipboards with my project ideas and some of the books I use and stuff like that. Right now I've got the most commonly used tools. I'm going to have to go and find some special kind of holders for the wrenches. Like I don't have my side cutters, my pliers, things like that, but the kit I bought did not have holders for that. So that's where we're at. Next thing is to cut out a covering for the table. See how it's nasty from where shit spills on it, stuff like that. So I got lucky and got a piece of material that was going to be thrown away, and the next step will be to fix it up, modify it, and set it on that tabletop and mount it, and then we should be good to go and start on some new projects. I'm not sure if the bench grinder is going to stay there or the vise, because my next major thing after this, I want to take that desk and mount it to the wall up high as a work tabletop, and I think I'm going to take the desk drawers off, and I don't know what I'm going to do with those yet. I might mount them somewhere else, possibly under there, and then I can keep my paperwork and things like that in there. But that's where we're at right now, and we'll keep proceeding. Okay, here we are outside. It was starting to gonna get dark here soon. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. I'm cutting the tabletop cover for my workshop area. I was lucky and got some material that's rather thick. It's like an 1/8 inch thick. It's rubberized. It's very grippy. And what I'm doing is I've cut an 8-foot piece to fit on the work tabletop. And I'm getting ready to cut a 27.5 inch. I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, 27.5 inches, and that is going to be my tabletop cover, and that will give me let the wood not get wore out from projects being done on it. And then if I decide to keep the grinder there, the grinder dust doesn't get into the wood and make it look nasty. So I just wanted to show you what I was doing, and then we'll proceed to the next step. Okay, here we have the material cut. I've got it set in place. I had to do a little bit trimming down on this end, fit around the 2x4 in that little corner there, but I got it where it's riding flush now along the edge, and this will help protect my tabletop. So I'm going to use some fender washers. This, and I'm gonna use some screws to mount it. Now it is gonna, when I get here, they're gonna stick down a little bit, but I'm just gonna take my angle grinder and cut those off so I don't slice my hands open when I reach for something. And that's what we're doing, and we'll keep going. Alright, I just wanted to show you a little bit some of the custom things that I've made to help me out. This here is my file holder. It's a Lexan sheet that were thrown in the trash because it was only 2 or 3 inches wide. And what I did was I took an end mill, milled out slots here. You could do it with a drill if you drilled a hole, drill a hole, and then you could take a jigsaw and cut that out. But it holds all my different files. Those are the ones I use the most. I got a few extra slots, but I don't have anything in them right now. And then down here we have the screwdriver holder I made a few days ago when I knew I was going to do the pegboard. It's the same thing, Lexan sheet that was thrown out, drilled holes according to the diameter of the screwdriver. That way it'd be kind of a snug fit, not too loose. I wanted them to stand up, but I may still have to make a second plate that goes here to hold the screwdriver so they don't wobble. The brackets holding it up, Lexan also, that I bent with a heating torch and then drilled holes to mount it. And then it's got a little bolt screw and nut here. And another piece of trash turned into treasure. It works real good. Didn't cost me nothing, so just time and investment. Alright, well, got it, the top sheet installed. I used the fender washers and the screws, placed them at the end, went every foot. Then when I got to the end here, I intentionally left about 3 inches of material because I wanted to roll it over, and I mounted about every 6 inches here. Then I secured it here, and to take the roll out of it, I put a screw at an angle going back up into the board with a fender washer, and it pulled it tight. So I'm really happy with it. The pegboard turned out good. Like I said, it'll probably change as I work with it and as I add a few more tools. I'll stop this video here because it may be a little bit before I get the table the way I want it. I want to think about it, do it right. I don't want to have a deal like the drawers where it's okay, it's functional, but it could look better. So the new top and the new pegboard holding everything up, it's kind of giving me some desire now to fix the rest of the stuff up, put some shelving, and get it nice. I don't think I'm going to put the bench grinder and the vise back on here. I think I'll wait till I get this the tabletop from the